Hello everyone and welcome to Stories to Ponder. Have you ever felt that others are happier than you? Have you found yourself trapped in a spiral of dissatisfaction, always wishing to be someone else? Today, I bring you a story that speaks directly to those who have experienced that feeling. A story that reminds us that happiness is not found in constant comparison but in accepting and valuing who we are in this moment. If you have ever felt trapped in conformity or longing to be different, this story is for you. I invite you to keep exploring it until the end to discover the valuable lesson it has to offer us. Once upon a time, there was a crow who carried a deep sadness about his life. One day, while perched on a tree branch, tears welled up in his eyes. At that precise moment, a monk was meditating under the same tree, and one of the crow's tears fell onto his face. Feeling the moisture on his cheek, the monk looked up and noticed the crow crying. Intrigued, he asked the crow, "Friend Crow, why are you shedding these tears? What troubles you so?" The crow, with a sigh, replied, "I am deeply dissatisfied with my life. No one shows me affection, people reject me, and no one shares their food with me. I feel hated and alone. The idea of death seems more appealing than this existence." The monk, with compassion in his gaze, said wisely, "Understand, my friend, that true happiness lies within us, in any circumstance we face." However, the crow couldn't grasp the depth of the monk's words and continued to cry. The monk tried to comfort the crow, offering him a possibility: "Do not despair. Tell me, what do you wish to be? With the power of my mantra, I can help you achieve it." The crow, with shining eyes, expressed his desire. "Oh, blessed monk! If you can grant me a wish, transform me into a swan." The monk, moved by the request, nodded and said, "Very well, I will transform you into a swan. But first, approach the swan and find out if it is content with its life. Discover its perspective while I wait here." The crow flew excitedly in search of the swan. Finding it gracefully gliding on a lake, the crow approached and exclaimed, "You are a spectacle of beauty. Your snow-white plumage is adored by everyone. You must be the happiest bird in the world." The swan, with melancholy in its voice, replied, "No, my friend. Despite my appearance, I am not happy. Often, I feel incomplete, lacking the colors that adorn other birds. White may seem beautiful, but sometimes, I feel that something is missing. In my opinion, the peacock is the luckiest bird, with its vibrant colors." These words prompted the crow to seek out the parrot, a colorful and flashy creature. He said to the parrot, "Oh, parrot! With your beautiful multicolored plumage, you must surely be the happiest bird in the world." The parrot, with sadness in its eyes, replied, "No, dear friend, I am not happy. I often find myself trapped in cages and fear being captured by those who want me as a pet. In my opinion, the peacock is the luckiest bird, with its splendid plumage even brighter than mine." Driven by this revelation, the crow flew in search of a peacock. After a long and arduous search, he finally found a peacock in captivity at a zoo. He observed how hundreds of people marveled at its beauty. When the crowd dispersed, the crow approached the peacock and said, "Dear peacock, your dazzling beauty attracts crowds day after day. You must be the happiest bird on the planet." The peacock, with sadness in its gaze, shared its pain. "I used to believe that I was the most beautiful and happiest bird on the planet. But because of my beauty, I was confined in this zoo. People pluck my beautiful feathers to make ornaments, which causes me great suffering." The peacock sighed deeply and added, "Sadly, I am not a happy bird, my friend." These words left the crow perplexed. Curiously, he asked the peacock, "If you are not happy, who do you think is the happiest bird in the world?" The peacock replied serenely, "After careful observation in the zoo, I realized that you, crow, are the only bird that is not imprisoned in a cage. People do not try to catch you or lock you away." In recent days, I have reflected on the idea that if I were a crow, I could fly freely everywhere. Upon hearing these words, the crow took flight, experiencing a sense of liberation he had never felt before. He returned to the monk and declared with wisdom, "I do not wish to be anything else. I am content as I am." This story is meant for all those who have at some point in their lives experienced a sense of dissatisfaction and wish to be different. It reminds us that happiness does not lie in comparing ourselves to others or longing to be someone we are not. True joy is found in embracing our own uniqueness and valuing what we already have. So, the next time you find yourself trapped in the desire to be different, pause and reflect on this story. Celebrate who you are, because your uniqueness is your greatest strength. Thank you for joining us in this reflection. If this video has inspired you, don't forget to like it, share it with those who need it, and subscribe for more stories that will help you live an authentic life. Until next time.